Hello, this is Lawrence Romanowski from Porsche Center, Calgary. And for this video, what I wanted to do was go over some of the options and colors of the family of sports cars, which includes the new Porsche Boxster 981 and the 911, which is the codenamed the 991. So we have early March in Calgary, and we've got most of our sports cars have come in. At this moment, we have the largest selection before the spring comes and before the auto show comes. And this year, we wanted to really take quite a bold move and order just about every variant of the Boxster and the 991 that we could, showing all of the different options and aero kits and color combinations. It's resulted in some really wonderful cars, some pretty expensive cars, but I think somebody coming in the dealership now would see just about every expression of a 991, and with Porsches you can spend a lot of effort and time on the powertrain with suspension, brakes, differentials, etc. You can do a lot of work on the exterior in terms of aero kits and body kits and personalization items, and then you can also spend a lot of work on the interior with a bunch of different finishes and leather colors and qualities of leather and trim, etc. So we've got just about all of those examples here, and I thought I'd start going through them because in a month a lot of these cars aren't going to be here anymore, and then I'd like to have this sort of recorded also as some information for the next 5 years, because these cars these 911s and the Boxsters just came out for 2012 and 2013, and the options of the cars are similar and the colors of the cars are similar, and so right now by documenting all of these options and colors, it's a good resource for ordering cars in the future. So let's start with the 991s. We have a few different examples here of the optional exteriors. This one has the Sport Design front apron, and if you look at the bumper cover, you will see that it's got a more aggressive front lip on it, and there's an additional splitter in the front, and you can also see the radiators in the background. So that's the Sport Design front apron. It differs from the regular C4S, which I can show you outside. And for comparison, this is the 991 with the standard bumper here. So similar, but the Sport Design front apron is a little bit more aggressive, has a lower lip, and it's all body colored. Okay, and so then the next package you can get is the Sport Design package, which includes the Sport Design front apron, which would have showed you on that car in silver, and here it is in white. But the Sport Design package also includes this super groovy whale tail. Sorry, shouldn't be a whale tail, it's a duck tail. That looks like a duck, not a whale. And this is a reminiscent of the of course of one of the most valuable and sort of quintessential 911s, the 1973 Carrera RS. And so this is the modern interpretation of that. This alters the stance of the vehicle and the proportions of the vehicle and the visual aggressiveness of the vehicle quite substantially, and it looks pretty super in my opinion, and certainly the opinions of other people who have seen it. So here it is in white, and here it is in black. So there's then the 4 different variants. You can have the base 991, you can have it with the front design, front apron, you can have it with the sport design package, and the 4th exterior variant of the 991 is the Aero Kit Cup. And this builds on the sport design package in that it gets a similar front apron and a similar ducktail, but on the top of the ducktail there is this extra rear wing. So this would be similar to the look of the Porsche 991 Cup cars. And this, of course, would provide quite a bit of extra downforce. I'd have to go look it up, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's an extra 100 pounds or so. So anyway, this is the most aggressive 911 variant visually. And you can also see the yellow brake calipers, which in the Porsche design mean ceramic brakes. And this car has got quite a bit of attention. There's not many of these around, and it would look, it would look probably pretty similar to what the upcoming turbo is going to look like, although the turbo is going to need more air, and there would be air inlets in the quarter panels. So you could even argue that this is maybe the prettiest version of the car. It's a little bit less cluttered. Also, the lower lip spoiler on the Aero Kit Cup is a little bit different, and you can see the additional air inlets in the car. Okay, so that's the 4 versions, with the base version, the sport design front apron, the sport design package, and the Aero Kit Cup. It's probably also a good time to just look at the differences between the C2S and the C4S. And we have a couple of these cars here. So this is the 4S that we just looked at with a sport design package. And if we look at the rear fender treatment, and especially the profile of the rear fender, we can see that it's a little bit flared out in relation to the fender of the C2S. So the C4S is about an inch wider. Okay, so then let's have a look at some of the options. Of course, the S comes with the red brake calipers and steel rotors, standard, but you can specify the very lovely larger ceramic rotors with the yellow calipers. There's 2 sunroofs. There's one that is a fixed metal panel with the Alcantara on the inside, and there's also a glass panel one as well. The car is going to have a rear wiper, or it can be, or you can delete it. The C2S's have the option of the clear taillights. If they don't have clear taillights, they look like the red taillights in this car. Okay, so one's not necessarily better. The narrower car is going to have less aerodynamic drag. It will have a higher top speed. The C4S, of course, is going to have more traction, particularly in inclement conditions, where the grip will be exhausted from the rear wheels and power transferred to the front. With the 2S, the car is lighter because the steering is not encumbered by any kind of drivetrain. It's slightly more fluid. The car is narrower for better aerodynamic drag. But the main difference, I think, when you're shopping between a if you were to look at these two cars, here's the 2S, and here's the 4S, one black, one white, but both with the Sport Design Kit, is the 2S moves around a little bit, which you can either decide is a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing because you get the sensations of a powerful rear-wheel drive car with the ability to break the rear end free and to correct with opposite lock. Of course, now we all watch Top Gear, and you think that the most important thing about any car is its ability to drift sideways, which isn't really that practical. But nevertheless, the two-wheel drive car will, it adds another dimension to the driving pleasure, if you will, because you can kick the rear end out and you can counter steer, whereas on a four-wheel drive car, that probably isn't going to happen unless you really provoke it on a racetrack. But here, even exiting slow corners, you can feel the rear end come out. So it, like I said, one's not necessarily better than the other. The two-wheel drive car is going to be lighter, a little bit faster, a little bit higher top speed, a little bit more communicative. The all-wheel drive car is going to have better traction in the wet, and certainly if you're driving it in the winter, it's going to perform way better in the snow, although you'll need winter tires with both cars.